Hi guys, time for another Pintastic or Pinstrosity. This is gonna be a really quick one. This is homemade Easy Mac, so we'll see how it goes. It would be kind of nice if there was something better than a homemade Easy Mac than regular Easy Mac, because I've kind of gotten sick of it. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, 1/3 of a cup of pasta and 1/2 a cup of water. Check. Cook for 2 minutes. Check. Stir and cook for 2 more minutes. Check. I apologize, the front of my microwave is dirty. It's splattered with the batter of the cookies I made the other night. I should probably wipe that up. But yeah, look, see, it said be prepared for bubbling over, so boil it in a big container, so I did, and it doesn't look, oh, yep, I think it's gonna, maybe, oh well. So, I left it for the supposedly last 2 minutes to go change into my pajamas. This happened. They cooked too long, and now they're all stuck together, and they're like hard. So I don't know if they didn't cook. Okay, so it turns out I don't have any elbow pasta, but I do have shells, and they're tiny, like elbows. So we're gonna give it a go. So the directions say to stir, cook 2 minutes and stir, and repeat it 1 to 2 times, or until the pasta is cooked and the water is absorbed. So this time I'm gonna watch it carefully so that I don't ruin it again, and hopefully it's not the recipe being defective, it's just me not paying attention.
So I was dumb and forgot to bring food to work today. So I had a cup of coffee this morning before I left, and then I had a yogurt at like 3 o'clock when I was starving at work. I knew I had to go to the grocery store and didn't want to go absolutely starving, because that's when I end up with a bag or cart full of Doritos and chocolate. But yeah, so I'm waiting for the macaroni and cheese, and I got really hungry and bored, so I'm eating a cookie. Oh shoot, one of the dogs just got lucky. This is the same cookies that is the batter that's on the microwave. If you're wondering, oh my god, I saw losing cookie everywhere. These are banana nut oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, which the first time I heard about them, I thought it sounded really gross, but they are so good. It's like banana bread in cookie form, and then oatmeal and chocolate chips in it. I will show you guys how to make these someday, but I just didn't feel like it the other day. Just an update. As I chew with my mouth open, I'm sorry, that's really gross. I don't normally do that.
Okay, pasta is cooked and not burnt this time. Not that it was burnt last time, but it was not right. I did add a splash of water in this last 3rd time in the microwave because I was just worried. And it's actually worked out quite nicely. So now you add 1/4 cup of milk and 1/2 a cup of shredded cheese, and then you cook it some more. I will be using some shredded cheddar, yum, and some feta cheese because I like it and it makes stuff taste extra yummy. So we'll see. So this is what it looks like after the minute, and it's stirred. It's really soupy, guys. I'm gonna cook it another minute to see what happens, and then if it's still runny, I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes and see if it will absorb like Easy Mac does sometimes. You kind of have to let it sit. So but I don't know, guys, this is looking like it might be a Pinstrosity. It was bound to happen. You know, there's lots of fails on Pinterest, so oh boy. Okay, guys, if anything, it's soupier because the cheese is melted completely. So, I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes, and hopefully some of it will absorb. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to rule it a Pinstrosity, and I don't know how good this is gonna taste after all the cooking and sitting. The pasta's probably gonna be overdone, and oh boy. So this has been sitting for like 5-ish minutes, and it's thickened up a lot, and it's really just nice and creamy now, so not bad. But This is an awful lot of effort to replace Easy Mac. I mean, Easy Mac could have been done a long time ago, and I know it's like to help avoid the preservatives and crap they put in all that instant food, but or even just like a Stouffer's microwave one would have been done before this. So I don't know how worth it this is. I guess it depends on how you feel about preservatives and the stuff they put in food versus the quickness. So depending on how this tastes, let's see right now.
Okay, here we go. It's not bad. It's a little grainy from the cheese melting. It wasn't a nice gentle melt like you get in a, like on the stovetop. But that could also be from the feta. Tastes good. So I would make it again, but because I had the problem with the pasta, I don't like things that you can't just change stuff out, and because I had to tweak with the recipe, because I had to leave it sit for 10 minutes, because of all these problems, it's not as easy as the recipe would have you believe. I'm gonna call it a Pinstrosity, but it does taste okay. And if you're really into, you know, natural food and you want something quick like an Easy Mac, but without all the junk they put in it for preservatives and stuff, this is a good option. So, Pinstrosity, boo. Okay, so I have to change my verdict on the homemade Easy Mac. I made it again. And because I knew what the kinks were, I feel like I worked out the kinks and it actually worked really well. And it tasted good and it came out in 5 minutes. So it's really just as easy as Easy Mac. Yeah, last night I was just irritated that it was not as easy as it sounded. But not everything can be easy right off, right? So I don't know why I'm moving. But yeah, fidgety. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, so I made it again because I was hungry and I'm like, I want to try that again and see if it's easier. And sure enough, it was. I only cooked it twice and the noodles were still a little bit undone, but once I cooked it with the milk and the cheese for that extra minute at the end, the noodles were done perfectly. The cheese was melted and it was really good. The texture, again, because the cheese is not melted in like a slow, nice, gentle way on the stovetop, is a little gritty, but that doesn't bother me, at least as far as cheese goes. So if you're a texture person, which I am to a certain extent, it really depends on how you feel about textures, and you know, you could try different cheese. Like if you used American cheese, like just a Kraft single, it would probably be a lot creamier, or some Velveeta. Yum. So I changed my verdict because it really is easy and takes about the same amount of time as Easy Mac without the weird preservatives and strange powdered cheese. Not trying to hate on Easy Mac or Kraft, because although I've kind of grown out of liking Easy Mac because I overate it for a while there. But I love me some Kraft macaroni and cheese, and sometimes it's just the only answer. You just need that childhood comfort, even though it's neon orange and so obviously bad for you. And this has no butter, so you could use a light cheese. I mean, this could be a really light option. So I changed my verdict. It's Pintastic, and I'm sorry for being wishy-washy, but I'm in a better mood, and having worked out the kinks, there it is. So that is that. I will see you guys later. There's my ramblings for the day. Bye.